course, but not saying her name in public hello cell phone. He's dodging a question at time 100 about facing negative publicity. You cannot always control what the internet is saying about you, what the headlines are saying about you. So how has that media attention impacted your brand, your businesses? It's like Tina Fey says, if you're feeling good about yourself, just go online. Well, handled this as the never ending. It ends with us, mega-illions. Legal war between his wife and her former co-star and director Justin Baldoni burns on. I thought we were friends. We are friends. Now there's an explosive new twist in their legal saga. Justin filed a counter lawsuit against his former publicist Stephanie Jones. Justin's lawyer Brian Friedman claims that she maliciously leaked texts that led to Baldwin's legal battle with Blake. This comes after Stephanie filed a defamation lawsuit against Justin and his company Wayfair, alleging that she was legally obligated to turn the evidence over after being served with a civil subpoena by Blake's legal team. The claims are very strong. Jones's attorneys, Marin Shaw and Kristen Tier, have also filed suit against two of Stephanie's former colleagues, claiming they colluded and schemed to steal clients from Stephanie's public relations company. Revealed in texts, they said, "We want to take her clients."
Look at her.
They said, "There is a kill story dropping about Steph. That was a piece in the Business Insider that we believe they conspired to put out there. They said, we're going to make lots of money together and be rich and happy." I guess the issue, the biggest one for me, are the text messages, right? That first appeared in the New York Times December 22nd. Baldoni and his team cried collusion. Right, you guys say that those texts were not leaked, they were subpoenaed. Right, by Blake, yes. That's right. Billy and our client Stephanie Jones has found herself in the middle of a lot of speculation in the media recently. She's here because there were real contractual breaches. There was a contractual breach by her former employee, Jennifer Ale. But there are also contractual breaches by Wayfair and by Justin Baldoni. They had a contract with Jones Works. They breached that contract. Does Wayfair owe money to Jones Works? Absolutely. This is where it gets interesting. Stephanie Jones maintains, right, you didn't leak any texts to the New York Times. They were subpoenaed, and then recently we find out they were subpoenaed by a company called Van Zandt Incorporated, owned by Blake Lively. And it's Van Zandt versus 10J.
Breach by her former employee, Jennifer Abel, but there are also contractual breaches by Wayfair and by Justin Baldoni. They had a contract with Jones Works. They breached that contract.
Out of them and be able to use them. And they end up in Blake Lively's hands, which ends up in the New York Times. Stephanie's just responding to the subpoena question. Did she know that the subpoena was coming from a Blake Lively shell company? The Doe lawsuit is a common lawsuit, and is it an end-down? While it's legal, it's absolutely not an end-down. It's a common practice that if somebody's defamed, if somebody's smeared, if something happens and they don't know who did it, then they can file a lawsuit. Billy Bush is terrible. You don't know who did it. You want to find the person who has that website out there. You can file a DOE lawsuit where there is a plaintiff against Doe's to find that out. What do you expect to happen here? As we've said, we're moving forward with our legal claims. Those are very strong, very well-founded, and we're going to move forward with them to trial. Would you settle if Brian Friedman and Baldoni wanted to settle? Would you, I think, never say never.